Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to work with HYSYS with a simple separation example. Whenever you open the HYSYS, you can see this window, and in order to start a case, you simply click on New. And after clicking New, this window will be open. The first two things that we have to do to start a simulation in HYSYS is to choose our components and the appropriate fluid package. Let's start with components. Just click on the component list and click Add. You can see these two windows. You can search your components here and then using the Add button, add it to the selected component list. So you can search to find components by name, chemical formulation, numbers, and synonyms. So in this example, which is in chapter 2 of your book, Venkat, we are going to do a separation for water and ethanol. So just type water, and by click enter, you can add water to your selected component list. And the other one is ethanol, and again, enter and add it to your selected components. And you can see I have two components in my system, which are water and ethanol. So the next step is to choose your fluid package. And fluid packages are selected based on the thermodynamic characteristics of our system and our components, and based on the type of components that you have in your system, you have to choose the appropriate fluid package, and the complete information about how to select these packages is available in the PowerPoint file that I have uploaded to Canvas. You can review that file and decide which would be the best fluid package to choose for that system. In order to add a fluid package, simply click Add, and you can see a list of property packages here. For this system, we are going to choose GC-EOS, and you can see at the bottom of the screen that it shows the green bar saying your selection is okay. If you choose the wrong fluid package, this bar will be yellow or even red, saying that you should change your selection. So after these two steps, we are going to enter the simulation environment. We are going here and click simulation, and this is our simulation environment. And I want to show you that you easily can go back to the properties by clicking on properties here. For example, you forgot to add a component, or you want to change your fluid package in order to compare the results. So you can simply click on properties and go back here, changing the components or the fluid packages, and again by clicking on simulation, you can enter the simulation environment. So as you can see here, we have a model palette. It contains the streams and all the vessels that we are going to work with for doing a simulation for a chemical engineering process. So if you can't see the palette, for example, you enter the simulation and you cannot see the palette, just use the F4 button on your keyboard, and you can add the palette to the simulation environment. So the first thing that we are going to do for this process is to add a feed stream. And under the streams, you can see two kinds of streams, material and energy. And as a feed stream, we need a material stream. So we click on this blue arrow and add it to our simulation environment. So by double clicking on this blue arrow, you can see the material stream window for stream number 1. Easily you can change your stream name here. I called it feed. And you can add the available information, given information in the problem statement about the feed stream here in the condition part. So the vapor phase fraction for the feed stream in this example is 0. It means that the entering feed stream is all liquid. And the pressure is 1 bar. As you can see, the unit here is kilopascal. So just enter 1. And you can see this bar here. By clicking on this little arrow, you can change the unit and select bar. And it will be converted to the main unit showing here. And the other thing is the molar flow rate, which is 100 kilomole per hour. So if you check down here, you can see that this bar is not still green and it's yellow and asking for compositions. So under this worksheet window, click on the composition and enter the right compositions for this system, which are 1.1 for water, 0.1 for water, and 0.9 for ethanol. And after entering this information, just click OK. And you can see the yellow bar went green and it says OK. So we have enough information for our feed stream. So simply close the material stream window. And the next step is to add a separator. Again, in the model palette, you can see different tabs containing different kind of vessels. And we are going to add a separator. So click on the separator tab. And the first vessel here is a simple separator. So click on that and add it to the simulation environment. So we have a separator which is called V100. And we want the separation between water and ethanol using this separator. So double click on this vessel, and the first thing that you can see in the separator window is a design tab, and in the design tab it is asking for the involved streams in this separation process. So as the inlet of the separator, we have a feed stream. And we should have a vapor and a liquid outlet. You can call it anything you want. I choose V and L. So after giving the information about the involved streams, you can see that this bar went green, and it means that the separation is done, and we can check the results now. So again, in the window for the separator, switch to worksheet tab, and in the conditions part, you can check the temperature, pressure, and many other informations about 3 streams involved in this process. And also you can go to composition tab and check the final compositions of your outlet streams and check that, for example, you have a target for the liquid composition stream, and you can check whether you have reached those concentrations or not, or maybe you have to modify your simulation. And if you haven't reached those targets, you can go back to the design tab and, for example, add an energy stream to reach a better results. But we're not going to do this right now. And one more thing I wanted to show you is how to generate a binary vapor liquid equilibrium figure for the system. So go back to the model palette, and under the tab All, just scroll down and add an equilibrium unit. So bring it to the simulation environment and double click on that to see the equilibrium plots window. And we want to generate XY plot for ethanol and water. So just add ethanol, just double click on the available components, and you can see the selected see it as a selected component. So add ethanol and water, and we know that the operating pressure is 100 from the problem statement, or as I said before, it's 1 bar. Again, we get the same results as 100 kilopascal. And after giving this information, you can click on plot, and you will get a binary plot for ethanol water system. And one more thing that we are going to do is to compare it with the available plot in the book. As I said in chapter 2, there is an example for binary system of ethanol and water. So let's compare this figure with that figure in the book. And you can see this is the figure 2.2 in your book. And you can see we got exactly the same results at the same pressure for this binary equilibrium system. So let's go back to the HYSYS environment and just close this plot equilibrium plots window. And one more thing I wanted to show you here at this stage is to how generate reports of your simulation results. For example, we want to use these reports for your project, final project, or in order to submit your homeworks. So simply you can generate appropriate reports. Just click on the home button here, and in the summaries part you can see reports. Click on that and you should see the report manager window. Just click on create to create a new report, and you can change your report name here. I call it Raha, or you can call it separation water and ethanol. Any name you want, you can choose here. After this step, just click on insert datasheet, and you can filter your selection and generate report for different things. You can generate report only for unit operations, or only for your involved streams, only for your reactions, utilities. But for this case, we choose all. And you can also select specific part of your simulation, for example, only separator. But again, we are going to select all of the parts. And after selecting that, you can see in available data blocks. And again, one more thing you can do is to select all pages for this report, or insert section and limit it to some pages that you want. But we are going to select all pages and then click add, and after that click done. And go back to the report builder window. You can see now we have a report here, which is the main case of our separation process containing all pages. Just click on that and click preview button. You should get a report in this format showing the information for material streams, compositions, energy streams, and the units that you use in your process. So you can print it or save it as PDF and use it for your homework submissions or your final report or the presentation file for your final report. You can use these tables and this information about your streams and other parts of your simulation. So I hope that this video will help you to work with HYSYS easier and better, and let me know if you have any questions about this example and about the steps that I introduced in this video. Thank you.